Hola Chanellies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. We are playing with a Christmas gift that we got early. So today we are going to play with the color Raine Vivid Pigments palette. This originally retails for $50, I think, but I bought it on Black Friday, so I got that little sale or whatever. I ended up paying around $35 for it, so about $15 off. That was a really good sale. And I have been looking for a rainbow palette for a very long time. As y'all know, rainbow palettes are pretty popular this season. Oh, by the way, my name is Jayla. If you don't already know, I'm called J Chanellie on the internet, so that is where you can find and follow me. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel because you're already here. But yeah, let me go ahead and put on my eyebrows and then we'll get into the video. And what I'm using for my primer, which is super important to note, is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Creamy Beige. Now, I know that with the new Morphe James Charles palette, because some of the pigments are pressed pigments, it was specified that you shouldn't use concealer as a primer, but rather like an actual eyeshadow primer. And that was one thing that kind of turned me off from the palette because I strictly prime my eyes with concealer. Like, I don't even own an eyeshadow primer. So I also realized that this palette also has pressed pigments, so we're gonna see whether concealer really makes a difference with pressed pigments or if that rule is just specific to that Morphe palette. Alright guys, I will be trying to recreate this look. I'll put it on the screen if you can't see it. It's by EYESHADOW. She's a YouTuber here, of course. And I really like the way that looked. Looked. Okay, with this Morphe Y19 brush, it's kind of dense but also fluffy. I'm going to go into the color. I'm going to go into the color Bossed Up. It's a nice magenta. And I'm going to put that on my outer V. The pigment is definitely there, y'all. And I'm going to try to wing this out just a little bit. Just so you guys can see, I'm getting very little kickback in the pan. Like, nothing has fallen down on any of the other colors or on my clothes or anything. So very happy about that. Next, I'm going to go into the color Perp Smurf, which is a deeper purple. And I'm going to go ahead and deepen this outer V up using the same exact brush. Now I'm going to take this Wet n Wild blending brush and I'm going to go into the color Splash, which is this vibrant orange color, and I'm going to put that in the crease. So far, all of these colors are showing up beautifully. That color is nice and creamy. I will say it's mixing into the purple, so it's not as vibrant as it is in the pan. But again, it's not getting muddy or anything. Now I'm going to go back into that old brush and go back into Bossed Up, which is that original magenta color, and make sure that the purple doesn't get too lost. Now I think I'm going to go into this Wet n Wild flat shader brush, and we're going to put Lemon Drop, which is this vibrant yellow, right on our lid. I will say right off the bat that I'm getting way more kickback with this yellow than I have been getting with the other shades. And this is like the true test, because yellows can really make or break a palette. This palette, y'all, this palette is flawless. Mind you, this is a matte color, so I'm not wetting it or anything. I'm just pressing it on. And I think that's a beautiful pigmentation for a yellow. Wow. Wow. I'm going back with my original brush. I'm blending out these edges between the yellow and the purple. I think on the lower lash line there is blue on the outer corner and then some green in the inner corner. I'm going to go into the color Drip Drop, which is this super vibrant blue. I'm going to press that on. finally, I'm going to go into the color Level Up, which is this nice true green. So here's what our eyes look like right now. This is the raw shadow work. Obviously, the lower lash line is looking crazy. I know, girl. I know. You don't have to tell me. It's looking crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face makeup and come back to you guys with my final thoughts and the final look. Alright, y'all. So here is the final look. I went ahead and applied all of my face makeup. Finished off my eyes. I didn't use anything else from the Color Raine palette. I went ahead and added some highlight to my inner corner, popped on some lashes, you know, the whole shebang. And I'm coming back to talk about this palette, y'all. I have absolutely no complaints about this palette. The color selection is beautiful. It is exactly what you need in a rainbow palette. The pigment is there. It's hitting. The shadows are so creamy. I had such an easy time blending, and I'm not someone to take a lot of time to blend. Like, I don't have time. I know a lot of y'all are like super talented and y'all be blending for hours. I'm not gonna do that. Like, again, I got little to no kickback from any of the shades with the exception of the yellow color, but the yellow is so vibrant that I don't even care. Again, y'all, if you were looking for a rainbow palette and you weren't sure which one you wanted, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Like, honestly, truly. The one thing I did want to mention was that I was a little scared because these are pressed pigments, and you know, with the Morphe James Charles palette, that people were saying you can't use a concealer at the base because of the pressed pigments. But this palette, y'all, worked perfectly over my concealer base. So again, if you're someone like me who only uses concealer to prime their eyes and you want a palette that works strictly with concealer or that works with concealer, so that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will go ahead and leave the link to the palette in the description box below, and go ahead and check out some other YouTubers. I know that there are some influencers on Twitter, on YouTube, who have a discount code for this palette or for Color Raine in general. So go ahead and use those discount codes and get you some coins off. I do not have a discount code, of course, because I'm just loyal me, but get you some coin off. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.